The third to be defended was in Barcelona. He faced the very talented young Chilean Marcelo Rios in the final there. You don't mess with Muster. He'll run down anything and everything. And he shows that he has some touch as well. Rios did win the second set in the best-of-5 set match. Muster was in no mood to give him anything else. It ended tamely with Rios double faulting. Muster didn't mind. 3 titles he successfully defended. Things were going perfectly to plan. Title number 4 of 1995, Monte Carlo. His opponent this time, Albert Costa, the young Spaniard who'd taken over from Sergi Bruguera as his country's #1. This would be tough. Muster at one stage trailed by 2-1 against the 20-year-old. But Muster just loves a fight, a scrap, loves a challenge. He came roaring back. Says he can't volley. In the 5th set, Costa could only watch and admire as Muster raced to match point. Prince Rainier had watched on, and his son, Crown Prince Albert, would present the trophy to Thomas Muster. 5 fabulous sets. Muster once again the champion in Monte Carlo. 4 titles successfully defended. To number 5, the Italian Open in the Foro Italico in Rome. His opponent, surprisingly perhaps, big serving Richard Krajicek. Krajicek tried to impose his volleying skills on the Austrian. Muster was having none of it. Big serves don't worry him. Drop volleys don't worry him. Muster won the first 2 sets, 6-2, 6-4, but all credit to Krajicek. He came back to win the third, 6-3. Muster decided enough was enough. Krajicek sensed his chance was slipping away. (6-3), the full set to Muster. 5 titles successfully defended. Could the incredible sequence continue? Well, the answer was no. He lost the title he wanted to retain most, the French Open. That went to Yevgeny Kavelnikov, who beat in the final Michael Stich, who beat Muster in the 4th round. But Muster had an early chance for revenge. The final of the Mercedes Cup in Stuttgart pitted him against the man who'd taken over from him as the French Open champion, Kavelnikov. On this day, Muster was magnificent. Kavalnikov was being taught a lesson. He knew it. 6-2, 6-2, the first 2 sets to Muster. The third, 6-4. The past French Open champion had put the new French Open champion firmly in his place. And he had a new car to drive home to Leibniz in Austria.
Weil es ist eigentlich ein Dreisitzer. Deswegen auch 230.
Muster's 7th and final title of the year came in Bogotá in Colombia against the young 20-year-old Ecuadorian Nicolas Lepenti, who had the audacity to win the first set on the tie-break. Back came Muster. Another title for Muster, who always remains modest about his achievements.
Maybe because I'm really fit, I can run longer than some others, and I can control the ball well. But it doesn't mean that I'm not the king of clay. I'm not the king of altitude. I'm just a tennis player who tries to do his best.
Let's hope the injuries that are affecting him won't trouble him in Hanover. Goran Ivanisevic, the fastest gun in the game, the big server. A new coach this year, Vedran Martic, a new attitude, more aggressive, more serve and volley.
Keep watching.
To take on Albert Costa in the final of the Dubai Duty Free. Goran had never won back-to-back titles. He was about to remedy that. Took the first set, 6-4. And the second, 6-3. Title number 2 for Goran Ivanisevic. He was on a roll. Vedran Martic, the new coach, there to see it happen. Black gave Kavalnikov a real fight for 2 sets. They split them. The first to Kavalnikov 7-6, the second to Black 3-6. Then it was all Kavalnikov. He won the third and final set by 6 games to 1 for his first title of 1996. To his best. Again, he dropped a set, but he came through in the end, 7-5, 1-6, 6-3. He'd honed his clay court game perfectly for Roland Garros. Michael Stich was his opponent in the final. Stich, the man who'd beaten Muster. Kavalnikov had beaten Sampras in the semi-finals. There was some thrilling tennis as this match got underway.
30-40.
Kavalnikov won the first set on the tiebreak. Stich had all sorts of chances in the second, couldn't take them. Kavalnikov won it 7-5, 2 sets to love. That put Kavelnikov 3 points to love up in that third set tiebreak. He was closing in on his first Grand Slam win. The brilliant lob, 3 championship points. He took it on his second. Yevgeny Kavelnikov, the first Russian Grand Slam winner. Like Krajicek, he'd made the big breakthrough. Marsha, his girlfriend, there to share his great moment. French Open champion. And no one enjoys the challenge of testing himself against the world best at the World Championship than Michael Chang.
Each match is kind of, in a sense, a final, because majority of the times you're not going to run into these players until the latter stages of a tournament. And you know, I think that having the Elite 8 here, you know, I think is very unique.
Well, Michael missed out on a second Grand Slam title when he lost to Boris Becker in the final of the Australian Open. But his first title of the year came in the first Mercedes Super 9 event of the year, the Newsweek Champions Cup in Indian Wells in the Californian desert. He was up against the veteran Dutchman, 30-year-old Paul Haarhuis, who'd beaten 3 top tenors, Enquist, Sampras and Ivanisevic, on his way to the final. He found on the day Chang to be tougher meat. Haarhuis started well, led 4-2, had 2 points for the double break. After then, Chang was at him, snapping at his heels and taking over the match. Brother Carl, Michael's coach. And he saw Michael in a first set, 7-5, that lasted almost an hour. The next 2 were all one-way traffic. The running, jumping pass from Michael Chang, who won the second set 6-1. And wrapped it up by claiming the third, also 6-1. Well, Michael finished runner-up to Pete Sampras in Hong Kong, but it was in the summer hardcourt season in the United States that he really came into his own and set about compiling the results that were to take him to a career high of second in the world. In the final of Washington, D.C., he faced the South African Wayne Ferreira. Wayne, like so many, was to realize just how difficult it is to put the ball away against Chang. 6-2, 6-4, the victory. On to LA, and his opponent in the final there, Wimbledon champion Richard Krajicek.